And I chose this. You know, we've done edamame before, and there's a couple of people in the crowd that aren't edamame fans. I won't mention any names, but what I found was now we carry shelled edamame. So you don't have to shell them, and I know there's several of us, me included, that do not like to eat that thing on the outside, the pod part. So now we come shelled. We don't have to buy the big bag and shell them. They already come shelled in the frozen food. So I was really excited to hear that. So I thought, well, we've got to do that. Okay, we're gonna put our, let me grab a bowl. Sorry, man. I hope this is big enough. Okay, so we're gonna put all our vegetables in first, and then we'll work on our dressing. Okay, so we will put our edamame in here. And I think this is a little bit more than 2 cups. What do I have? Yeah, but that's good, that's fine. Unless you've got something else to do with it, put it all in. And this is about 1/2 of a red cabbage. And you could, you know, get your little, what they call that knuckle grater thing out and shred it. But I found if you just go like, you know, cut it up in quarters, it sort of works the same way. I'm crazy about that leaf. And of course you want to take that core out that I cut out. And if you like to kind of keep it small, you can kind of cut it up again, but that's, we got the general idea there. And this makes a really pretty salad with the red cabbage and the green edamame and what else are we going to use? Oh, some carrots. And this also makes, as you can see, a lot. And I think this would be good to put in your little lunch box. Of course, you want to put it, it does have mayonnaise in it. We want to put it on ice or in a, you know, in a cool bag with a little ice, one of those ice things in there. Or if you don't have access to a refrigerator. Okay. So there's our shredded cabbage. And we're going to put some green onions in here and some carrots and a cucumber. So it's, you know, got lots of healthy things in there. Oops. I like the matchstick carrots because you don't have to cut them up. If you like to cut your own, that's fine. Sometimes it has to be all about the convenience. Okay. How much do we need here? This looks good enough. 3 tablespoons? Yeah. We're going, of course, by the exact measurements. That's what's so fun about cooking, is you can do your own thing. And you know, there's so many times where I've, in the past, I've given people a recipe and they'll say, well, mine didn't taste like yours. One in particular, I said, well, it was for brownies. And I said, did you use butter? Oh no, I used margarine. Okay, did you use, well no, I used, well, that's why mine didn't taste like yours. All right, where's my, oh, right here. Okay. Ooh, I'll pretend this is a garbage bowl. So if nobody knows what it tastes like, then you don't have to worry about it. So you can say, yeah, that tastes exactly like it should. Because maybe you don't want to use the purple cabbage. Maybe you want to just use the green. And that's That's fine. Maybe you want to have twice as many carrots in there as I'm putting in. That's fine. Of course, I like to take the seeds out of the cucumber. Now you can use the English cucumbers. They have less seeds. Although when I cut one last week, I was making something for the sample station. I found that the English cucumbers had just as many seeds as the beets. So I don't know what's going on there. Usually they don't. You know what the English cucumbers are? Those long ones, usually wrapped in plastic. And usually you can cut the whole thing. I just want to dice these up. And I think when you take this to the office or wherever you have your lunch, school, people will, oh, what's that? What are you eating? And you can go, well, it's edamame. And they won't know what it is. Because it sounds a whole lot more exotic than a soybean. And it's different than peanut butter and jelly. You are right, Jean. All right, there's our cucumber. Yes. You could. We'll look at it. The one I have in the refrigerator, you might want to wait to put the dressing on, but you could certainly get all this stuff done. We'll look at it because what I made today, I went in the refrigerator about maybe 3 o'clock. So sometimes, you know, if you're making a salad or you're making something like this that has, for example, avocado in there, you don't really want to do that the night before. This may be okay because the cabbage is probably stable enough to hold any liquids, but you know, we'll see what the difference is between what I made earlier and this one. But you know, having the dressing done and having this done and then just putting together is nothing, you know. So if you had both of those done, it really wouldn't make any difference if you, or that much difference. It's just in the morning, you know, throwing it together. And I think that could even hold true, you know, putting it in your lunch bag or whatever, is to, if you wanted to keep the dressing separate. Okay, I want to do a quarter cup. And just mix it up when you get there. I think sometimes it depends if you like really crunchy things. You know, if you just put the dressing on as you sit down to eat it, of course the cabbage isn't going to be as soft. It's going to be more crunchy. So it's going to have a different texture. It's still going to, I think it's still going to taste good, but it'll just have a different texture. All right. I think that looks good enough. Now I think we're going to use that over here. Over here. Put that there. So we've got our cilantro. I think we've got all the carrots we got to put in. I was going to say, I thought we had all the vegetables in. We'll put the carrots in and we will be done. All right, that's good. Okay, so we've got our red cabbage, our edamame, our cucumber, our, what else? Our cilantro. I'm going to put our carrots in. We'll measure our carrots. Okay. We may measure them to the size of the bowl. All right, that looks pretty good. That's good enough to save for another day. So there's all our vegetables in there. Now we're going to make the dressing. We've got 3/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. Not a whole lot. We'll put the nuts in. Okay. So here is our mayonnaise. Like I said, not a whole lot of mayonnaise for this much salad. So 3/4 of a cup, and if you want to use the low fat, that's fine, or the fat free. We've got some sesame seeds. We've got some red wine vinegar. Oh, was I supposed to do something together first? No, that's the other one. Okay, there's our sesame oil and our soy sauce. And here's our honey. I was thinking the other recipe, we have to do the peanut butter separate. Okay, so there is our dressing for that. We'll whisk that up. Covered in cilantro. Okay. So easy to do. I'll get that on here. Move this out of the way here. And we'll put some cashews in here. Mix it up here. How many cashews do we need? We needed 1/4 of a cup. I didn't yet. And actually, when I made it earlier, I didn't feel like it needed a whole lot of salt and pepper. I think we got a lot going on here with the all the vegetables and things, so you really don't want to put a whole lot in there. Okay. I didn't toast them, and they were okay. I didn't get the whole ones. I got the halves and pieces. Good grief. Okay. I know you have to keep me honest, but you don't have to keep me that honest. So look at how pretty this is with the orange, and it looks like fall. I think this would look nice in your little lunch kit. And I think, you have this, maybe have some piece of leftover chicken, or just have this as your main course. Or, tuna on the side, that's good. Whatever. Okay, so there is our crunchy edamame slaw. Very good. It makes a lot, yes, it does.
Well, how long?
As normal as you would keep, 3 or 4 days, you could. It's gonna get, more soft, so near the end of the 3 or 4 days, it may not taste as good, it may not be as crunchy as it was this day. So, maybe this would be a good thing if you were taking, having a picnic and then taking the leftover for lunch, or taking it to the office for an office party and treating everybody. Because we're really not talking to a lot of money involved, so that's kind of a good thing.